another Milk Crate business moment. And today I have with me Lynn Dietrich, who literally is one of my favorite people in the whole world. She and I have known each other for about 4 years now. And first of all, if you don't know who Lynn Dietrich is, damn it, take some time and figure it out because you need to know this woman. So, Lynn, you know that when I start every podcast, you are tell us about you for just a moment. I
Well,
don't have a bio, so let's talk about that.
say that again.
I don't have a bio, so tell us a little bit about
Oh,
you.
okay. Well, I have a horse farm in southeast Wisconsin, and it is an retreat center where people come. We have a summer camp program. We have for women. I take women on trips. We have an Airbnb. There's opportunities to put your feet on the ground and allow the horse to be your teacher and some of your soul's journey.
I love it. I just love what you do. You know that I've loved it for a long time, and I feel like it's my pleasure to get to help you create some of this cool stuff. So, but we were talking about I'm always talking about what's your milk crate moment. What was yours?
Well, I've been on the planet long enough, but one of my most recent was when I turned 65 and I would do I keep going? I know that what I do services so much. I don't know. How am I going to maintain the income that I need to make? And my son came home and he was like, Ma, you need to get somebody that can. I was like, oh, okay. So I thought, and I did some lifestyle changes because going in this direction that I'd really have to up my game because it takes a lot of energy, 30 horses and teaching all day and running the business. And, you know, I was not comfortable. I thought, my gosh, how can you do this? And I was absolutely shocked with some little bit of changes, getting you for support, how I was able to turn it around, increase my income, and bring so much joy into my life and gratitude, continue doing what I do and servicing so many.
Awesome. So now let's talk about the milk crate moment piece, right? That's really where now you kind of glossed over it. So you know me, I'm not letting anything go. So really, let's go back to that milk crate moment. Where were you at in your business when your son suggested you get a business coach?
So I was doing much of the labor myself. So that meant getting in the trenches, cleaning stalls, taking horses out, do a lot of the labor piece of the business, which, that type of a lifestyle, no matter how mature you are is not sustained. And so, but it's a habit, I've been doing, and it was truly comfortable, because that's what I know. Out there was scarier than all doodah. And, that was one of the things, because I didn't know if I could do things like ran. That was one of the
Wait,
biggest milk crate.
hold on. We missed that piece. You didn't know if you could do what?
I didn't know if I could teach. And this one of the ahas for me was I took a group of Dakota, and this young gentleman that went with us who's been new into horsemanship. He put a little he was going to teach a clinic, and I was like, wow, he's doing clinics, and here I'm 35 years and I'm worried about it.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to repeat this because I know this story so well, and you're kind of breaking up here. By the way, Lynn is from northeast Wisconsin, where apparently the world has decided should have no internet service whatsoever. So let me, so
Southeast.
Southeast Wisconsin. That's right. Sorry, you're right. So I want to go back and tell this story that you just told because it literally came through in bits and pieces. Okay. So Lynn was, as we were talking about all of the revenue streams she has in her business, which is about 18 revenue streams she has in her business. I said to her, she was hosting people in to do clinics at her farm, and not really for a lot of money, if any money, but she wasn't getting paid what she's worth as a teacher and a farm owner. And I asked her, I said, have you ever thought of doing clinics? And she says, yeah, I can't do clinics, right? I can't do clinics. But she had forgotten that she told me that when the last trip she had been on, there was a 21-year-old kid there who, after the trip he went on with Lynn at 21, was teaching clinics. Now, listen, the horse clinic is usually master teachers, correct? Right? They come out, they are working with them. They might come to your farm and they would work with your clients to help up level their horsemanship. So this 21-year-old kid had gone on one trip with Lynn, and all of a sudden he is a master teacher teaching a clinic, but she'd forgotten. She told me that. So when she told me that, when I suggested to her she do a clinic and she said, I can't do a clinic. I said, oh, okay, no problem. Let's call the guy who was with you, right? And let's invite him to the farm and do the clinic. And you don't have to. We'll just get this 21-year-old kid to come out and do the clinic. And what do you remember what you said? I'm pretty
I was
sure.
like,
What?
I said, no, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure the F word was used in there somewhere along the line of like, bleep no, right? At that moment there, Lynn found her inner master, right? And you've been doing clinics now for a couple of years now, right?
Yep.
And you've got, but that's clinics is not what I want to talk about. So I hope it's okay that I switch the topic here, because I like, it literally gives me goosebumps to talk about what you've got coming up next. And tell us where you're headed or what you're doing starting on September 26th of this year. Talk slow because you're really breaking up here, so we get it all.
Taking a group of women to South Dakota to high country. We'll spend a week riding in the Black Hills, in Custer State, Willow Creek, some of the most beautiful trails that I've on a ranch that is just a piece of heaven. And we do, we were maybe 4 hours a day, and we spend the rest of the day going these beautiful areas in South Dakota. We go to the Buffalo Run. You're up on two plateaus with 22,000 of your new best friends, and your 1,500 buffalo come being herded by horseback through this valley plateaus down into where they doctor them and get them ready for winter. See some, we go to Crazy Horse. Each person gets to horse for a week, and they feed the horse, they groom the horse, they learn how. We have an arena where we get to spend some time and just getting acquainted. Just an opportunity to see how little that our bodies can do influence our horses, and how that is a stepping stone in our own of ourselves. And it's just awesome. Just awesome. There's so many aha opportunities for the horses to be our teachers. And it's just an experience that I've been doing for 7 years, and every year it just gets better.
So I'm just going to kind of paraphrase that, Lynn, for the pieces that were kind of blotchy. That Lynn takes 8 women. Some depends on how much room she has. This year she has room for 8. she takes 8 women on a 7-day trip to the Black Hills of South Dakota, where they ride through the mountains or the plains, right? And into Crazy Horse. They go to Custer State Park. There's all kinds of fun things that they do. And the Buffalo Run, I'm not sure, you were really trying to explain that, where they're up on the plateaus and they're running the buffalo down through the valley, where they take the buffalo and doctor them and prepare them for winter. So I feel bad repeating all of this, Lynn, but I want to make sure people understand not only the beauty of what you're doing with people there, but there's also another piece. It's, I don't want to call it spirituality. I don't want, it's self-discovery mixed with spirituality, mixed with self-improvement, mixed with personal development, mixed with all of the goodness that you bring to the whole Dietrich farm.
Right.
Does it sound like I might be your number one fan? I think it sounds like I'm your number one fan. Right?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so, so now tell us, what you have to do actually to get out there. So I know it's probably okay. And since I'm going to pretend I can't hear you, I'm just going to do it anyway without asking. So Lynn is going to be 71 years old this year, right? In October, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what that's like at 71, doing a trip like this. What kind of work is involved? What is the outcome that everybody has when they go on this? We call it the Great Escape, right? When they go on this Great Escape, what's the outcome that they have when they're there with you for a week?
The takeaways that
Yeah,
people, I think some of the takeaways are they have souls and learned th- things that they're going to be able to for the next year, for the next 2 years. And they'll have, moments on the trip, but then they'll also have those also uh, in their life and their trip. So it's amazing how the after that stay with them.
yeah. So tell us what so I want to go back to that question. What is it like at 71 getting ready? What do you have to do at 71 to get ready to take not just 8 women, but a trailer full of horses to South Dakota?
First of all, you have to love to drive, which I do. 1-ton pickup and a 4-horse trailer that have to be serviced, and there's like I have a laundry list of things that have to be done. Certificates for the horses, making sure their shoes are on, making sure you've got your first horses, but for the for the humans, but then you have a huge first aid kit for the horses as well, and also getting dry goods, making sure everybody going over the packing list, and then sitting down with everybody and creating a menu. Also create a list of jobs so that everybody can sign. Things are equal, and you have an opportunity again to share unity and working with each other, which is fascinating. You think people can say, well, I don't like to cook. Well, I don't like to cook either, but I love to cook. So can I be your chopper? Can I do the dishes? So it always works out just like I'm not even to fit together. And then there's always a leftover night, or we go out to eat. Again, planning those extra activities. I have a gal that does a breakfast for us when we go out to the Buffalo Run, because we're out there at the butt, use my language. And we also, I hire her to do stories. So there's tons of things that have to be prepared. So the horses have a place to stay overnight when we're traveling across, and then hotel reservations for us because we don't sleep with the horses. We have a go in the hotel. Else, it's that's a lot.
It is
So
a lot. It
it's
is,
not. Yeah,
it
I
is a lot. And I hope
I
that all came
start.
through.
Yeah, I started 2 weeks ago working off my list to get ready for this trip.
Right. Right. By taking
That
the trip.
yeah,
Yeah. So so I'm just wondering, I know you're taking we're about 3 weeks out, right? 4 weeks out, right? Actually, right now, 3 weeks out, 3.5 weeks out. Do you have any spots left? I'm hoping somebody's wondering, it's like, can I go on this trip? Do you have any spots left?
I
How
do.
many?
I two. I had a lady call and she was going to bring her friend. She just today, and but her friend can't come, so I still have 2 spots that are. And I just talked to another lady today that was like, "Are you kidding? Can I go?" And you don't have because we have an arena that we can get ready in, and you're going to get help to get yourself to a place where you are comfortable going down the trail. And the horses are wonderful. They're the horses that we use. You don't have to have your own horse because the are that are out there are great, and I've used them for, and everybody had a great time that had one of the ranch horses. So
So you take some horses and then you also, I don't want to call it rent a horse, but you rent some horses also.
right, but we rent them for the week. So when we
Right.
get there, our horses already brought the horses that we're going to use, and they're in our pens that are so you truly have that horse for the week,
Mm.
which is
Well, I love that. And so I hope that people were able to get what you're doing here, um, for that, and that if you're at all interested in the trip with the Great Escape, with Lynn Dietrich to the Black Hills of South Dakota, where she's gonna take you into Custer State Park. You're gonna ride through the Black Hills. Was it the Black Hills where you saw the buffalo standing there?
we were in Custer State Run, and we were riding our horses. We took all the horses in there that day, riding back to the trailer, and here's this buffalo, not even 25 feet, licking the sap off of a tree, and it was like, oh boy, I hope the horses are okay. As calm as cucumbers, and we walked by, and the buffalo just kept doing his thing. It was
Well, and
pretty cool.
I would say that's the one piece that you give your people, right? You make them understand that their body language is, however, there is what's going to create the way their horse acts,
Yeah,
right? And that literally you teach them how to communicate with the horse without using any words.
right, right, exactly.
You are my favorite horse whisperer ever. So, Lynn, thank you so much for being here. I hope somebody will give you a call or reach out to you via email, Lynn at thedietrichfarm.com, DIETTRICH farm.com, and take her up on this, because I promise you, you will not be the same person coming home as you were going back out. Lynn, I will talk to you
Yeah.
soon. Bye.
Thank, thank you. Take care.
Bye.